We are Team Crete Carrier, and we built a customer freight tracking application. A little background about Crete Carrier. They're actually not headquartered in Crete. It confused me too at first. But they're one of the largest trucking companies in the United States. They have thousands of drivers and even more trailers. And what surprised me the most about Crete is not that they're not from Crete, but that they're a very data-oriented operation. And they use a lot of data to help them price effectively and be very efficient in how they are scheduling shipments. And that's really cool. From Crete, we had some awesome stakeholders. We have both Justin and Alex with us right now. Good to see you both. Justin and Kim did a great job providing us with a lot of requirements and helping us figure out what needed to be done. Gave us a lot of examples of, like, as a user, as an employee, I might want this. And Alex was just an absolute wealth of information about how to use Flask. That was really wonderful. Very generous with his time, very quick to respond, very eager to help. Made our lives 10 times easier, so we're very grateful for having an excellent sponsor. We also had some excellent faculty, stakeholders, and staff. Bill is a project manager. I had Bill last year as a PM and this year as a PM. And I have to say, if you get Bill as a PM, you're a lucky man. Bill is an incredible project manager who helped me learn a lot about how to give presentations and meetings, and I'm super glad I got him again this year. Dr. Bowman was great at helping us kind of tie into the academic side of the course. And Tara was an excellent coach who was always eager to say what no one else would say and gave really good, actionable feedback when no one else wanted to. So we improved a lot because of some good feedback from all these stakeholders. And lastly, us, the team, we're also stakeholders. I'm Jack. I'm the development manager and the squad lead. I'm going to hand it over to Christian, who...
Thank you, Jack. I'm Christian. I was a developer on the team. Also on our team, we had Sam as our product manager, Sim as a developer, Luke as a developer, and Eric as one of our developers. So sort of talking about what our problem was going in. So Crete had a third-party software that they were using, but they had identified that they had some difficulties with it, such as their navigation, ease of use. They were unsatisfied with the user interface, and in general, it sort of lacked the control that they were looking for. So this project offered us the opportunity to go in and make an in-house web app for them. And some of the benefits that provides, very modern and sleek UI, and that gave them the opportunity to personalize how that looks for their customers, how they view those shipments. And so some of those freedoms that our application gave them, user creation, we have a whole page dedicated to that, sort of creating, modifying, deleting users, editing permissions, so what customer codes, what content codes are visible, and then how that information is displayed. So we allow for the customization of columns and filtering those columns, sorting. And so another benefit of having an in-house web app is that now they have software that they can iterate on and implement new features. And yeah.
Thank you, Christian.
I'll pass back to Jack.
Christian stole my thunder there. I'm talking about some of the benefits of making a new application. But to reiterate some of that, we tried to build a new application to replace their third-party software. And we really prioritize usability and learnability because a lot of the users of this application will not be as technically proficient. And so by prioritizing making the user experience the best that it can be, we can make the experience of shipping with Crete a more positive one and benefit the company overall in that way. We tried to add features that we thought would be relevant and useful for moving forward. A lot of user management was added in, and that's really useful both for Crete employees and for customers who have a lot of employees who need to access the site. And yeah, we tried to design it for scalability, and because it's built on an in-house application, there is room for more features to be added in the future. We ended up using a lot of Python Flask with obviously the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript on the front end. In the back end, we use Snowflake for a database, which is just a SQL database. It was very easy to use, very easy to learn.
All right, so taking a look at our application, this is our login page. We were very proud of this backdrop that we gave it, sort of just like with this card UI. All right. This is the dashboard, so this is the main landing page for the typical user. It shows some quick at-a-glance information like how many shipments they have in transit, how many have been delivered. By default, this will display shipments within the last 30 days. And then as you can see here, you can expand each of the rows to give a more detailed view of each shipment. So in addition to the columns that we provide, you can also see more detailed order information, more detailed information about the trip that the shipment has gone on. And then we also implement functionality for filtering rows. So as you can see here, there's a search bar for the row, and you can check mark what codes you want to view for. We're looking at trip number there. You can clear all of those filters for that column. And then this is our user management. So typically there will be a company representative that will be allowed access to create users, to also have permission to look at their shipments. So this is sort of editing those permissions. You can edit users, you can remove users, and then for Crete employees, you can look at what their dashboard looks like for them. And so I know that in edit users, we also implement functionality for resetting users' passwords. That notifies them that that's an action that they need to take.
Thank you, Christian. I'll add that as the one who I took all these screenshots. They're a bit lacking in pixels. If you want to see it in the flesh, we have a table over there. You're encouraged to come visit us. To kind of end on some value and some highlights. As a team, we gained a lot of really valuable skills in practicing communications and having weekly meetings and interacting with a sponsor. We learned how to kind of plan sprints through Agile. We had to do a lot of requirements, eliciting. Although it was pretty easy, we had a very good sponsor in that regard. And we had a lot of good feedback discussions as well that really helped us make this application into something that our sponsor really wanted to use. And on the technical side of things, we gained a lot of experience in coding with specific technologies like Python Flask, which was new to all of us going into it. We gained skills to manage like a large-scale project and just dealing with all the different stories and how there's a lot of integration issues that can come from having different parts of an application work together after you merge them into the same branch. And we gained a deeper understanding of full-stack operations and their interactions. Thank you for coming.